I've been at like cocktail boards, right? Where the CEO was leading and we the executive team would leave there going, did we accomplish anything in this 2-day retreat? And I think that if we'd had someone with your skill set, I wonder what we could have done. Or like if you've never used a board facilitator, you almost can't imagine what you're missing, right? And I think that having that expert guidance and someone who um, is in this every day, how to align executive teams with boards. And I think it goes both ways. I think sometimes the executive team might not always know the best practices on how to work with their boards, and the same with boards. I mean, boards turn over quickly, and board members need to have guidance. We worked on developing strategies that we were going to, and initiatives that we would put forward to the board as part of our strategic plan. So the executive team needed to do a lot of collaboration, really soul searching on the direction where we felt the organization was headed, and in order to meet member needs today, and how that has evolved since we've launched our SP 3.0 initiative. So we really had to come together and collaborate and work together on deciding what's the best direction for the organization. And that was not an easy task. And so I believe that what Joni was able to accomplish with us is helping us really define the vision, and how we could achieve that by putting those initiatives forward with not only staff, but present those to the board. After the retreat, I believe that the executive team was stronger. I believe that Joni helped the executive team see that while each area may have its own agenda, so to speak, we all need to really work cohesively and collaboratively to achieve the overall objectives and goals of the organization. And at the end of the day, we all want what's best for the organization, and it's so how we collaborate with each other to achieve those goals. During the strategic planning session, the executive team identified 3 areas that we wanted to present to the board, and those ranged from membership to global growth to editorial. And so we collaborated as an executive team on how we were going to present scenarios to the board for further consideration on how we were to move those initiatives into the future. And we really wanted to get the board's buy-in, because they are our members and they're reflective of our global membership as a whole. And so having the board along with us on this journey to make these changes is very impactful. And we knew that we needed to align our goals and objectives with the board. And I definitely feel like we achieved that. We were able to do a working session with the board where Joni helped us to lay out our case for the board to consider these initiatives and really help us make some decisions that overall impact the global organization. And I don't know if we were to be able to achieve all this without Joni's guidance, because it was a huge undertaking. And I think with her leadership and giving us some best practices on how to present our scenarios to the board in a direct manner helped improve the outcome tremendously. I'll just say that, board meetings can be challenging, right? There's a lot of different personalities in the room, a lot of people with, when you're dealing with a global board that's very diverse, and everyone brings a different skill set. And so I believe that Joni helped us to identify how we look at the board in a cohesive manner and really align the business goals and objectives so the board could clearly understand the direction that we feel is needed for the organization to move to the next, year to 30 years. Ultimately, the board gave us tremendous feedback and guidance on what they would like to see and where they would like to see us focus with those three initiatives. And the outcomes definitely align with the direction that we as staff feel we need to go. So that was great to get the board's buy-in and to get the board really inspired about the changes that the organization can make for its membership. So that was great to see. Putting initiatives forward and getting board's opinion can be intimidating and can be somewhat, you know, not always easy to navigate for even the most senior executive. And so I think that Joni's skill set was able to walk us through scenarios of questions that we might be asked of our board. So how we prepped for those scenarios, but then ways that we can communicate to where the board is clearly understanding what's at stake and how they can be part of the process. I think that having a mediator and having that strategic guidance, especially at global board meetings, is critical. And I've worked for organizations where we did not have that. And you sometimes feel when you leave and you question, what did we accomplish? And I think by having someone like Joni herself brings a tremendous amount of expertise that can really steer both the executive team and the board together. So there's that cohesive alignment, which I think that now have been part of the process of having someone like Joni there. It's so impactful, and I think it's needed at every board meeting around the world. It's nice to have just someone that you can lean on, but someone who has seen board meetings from large boards to small boards, and how large corporations and small corporations can work with their board and to be in alignment for the betterment of the organization.